As we await word on who exactly was responsible for Monday's deadly attack, the question that begs to be answered, does the Boston bombing have the trademarks of an al-Qaeda-inspired terror strike? Joining me now with analysis, we bring back former LAPD Detective Mark Furman, terrorism expert Steve Emerson. Steve, I'm angry at the left for their speculation, almost hope. It's speculation and almost hoping that, oh, it's some right-wing wacko that they can demonize. So I don't want to go down that road. But there's certain fingerprints in terms of bombs that are used, certain patterns. Al-Qaeda, for example, is known for not just one attack, but multiple attacks, one right after another. Anything that you see in this incident that maybe points, in your mind, in any one direction?
Well, there are things that point in both directions. There are very many incongruous things here. Usually, Al-Qaeda tries to hit as many people as possible, which would mean hitting a bus, hitting a stadium, hitting a large concentration of people like at Times Square, not in an open park area. That doesn't seem to fit the Al-Qaeda MO. Yet the bomb itself seems to have been taken, its design taken from Inspire magazine, put out by Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula. Now, let me throw in another curveball here, which is going to make news. Remember the Saudi that they initially had arrested, or at least detained, and then I reported yesterday that they had the Saudi National and the Al-Arbi, and then it was determined there was no involvement, and they made a statement to that effect. Well, I just learned from my own sources that he is now going to be deported on national security grounds next Tuesday, which is very unusual because...
Whoa. You learned that Saudi national is going to be deported on national security?
That's right.
Well, now, wait, hang on, because Reuters did have a report tonight that I found odd, and that was Obama was meeting with the foreign minister, Prince, earlier tonight, and it was not on Obama's schedule. Reuters reported that.
Well, that's very interesting because this is the way things are done with Saudi Arabia. You don't arrest their citizens, you deport them because they don't want them to be embarrassed, and that's the way we've appeased them.
Well, excuse me, nobody gets to get deported, Mark Furman, on national security grounds, especially after a terror attack, until we've concluded whether or not that person could have been responsible, right?
Listen, well, the political immunity...
Mark?
He wouldn't have
political immunity.
Yeah, all right, Mark Furman.
Well, the immunity of the immunity of people that are connected to a consulate or related to people that are in the Saudi government. I think that the United States government has a lot of discretion, and I think that they grease the wheel a lot because the Saudis are one of our biggest allies in the Middle East, and we want to keep them that way.
Excuse me, on national security grounds, if this is going to happen, I think this is something that the American people need to hear about ahead of time. Steve, you're sure of this report? How did you find this out tonight?
I found this out from a senior official in the agency that's conducting the deportation. That's ICE, Immigration and Customs Enforcement.
All right, well, that is obviously, if that's true, that's a big story.
It is a big story because it brings him back into the picture, and the question is, why is he not being prosecuted as opposed to being deported?
All right, Fox hasn't confirmed it yet, but we will be following up, I can tell you, and I'll be calling you immediately after the program.